Hello, chimpanzee volunteers. Welcome to another tutorial to help you participate in the Zooniverse Chimpanzee Project. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to use the chimpanzee talkboards as a way to communicate with researchers and other volunteers in a chimp matching project. These talkboards are really the backbone of chimp matching, and you'll find a helpful and friendly group of people anxious to answer your questions and share what they've learned about the chimpanzees in your project. You'll learn how to find and navigate around the chimpanzee talkboards. We'll explore the parts of a talkboard and learn how to start a new discussion. And we'll also learn how to add and format comments in a discussion. Let's get started. You can find the talk area in Chimpanzee two different ways. The first method is via the Classify workflow. Because the videos in Classify are randomly generated, you may need to watch quite a few of them before you spot a chimpanzee, but it is so exciting when you do. After you watch the video, choose the chimpanzee identifier in the task pane. The pane will expand to ask you more information. Make your selections, and then click the Identify button. Finally, click either the Done button or the Done and Talk button. If you click the Done and Talk button, you can learn how others have tagged the video or add hashtags to the video yourself. You can learn more about tagging in the Classify tutorial. The second way to find the talk area is by clicking the talk link on the Chimpanzee homepage. We'll discuss that process next. We'll begin from the Chimpanzee homepage. Click the talk link. This takes you to the main CNS talkboard. As you can see, there are a lot of different boards here: leopards, elephants, birds. Toward the bottom, you'll find boards for help and technical support. You'll notice for each board, there's a link to the most recent post and to the avatar of the person who made the post. We're going to focus on the chimp matching boards in this tutorial. There are several sites to choose from. Let's have a look at the talkboard for the New Dragonfly site. Talk boards all have the same general layout. At the top, there are buttons for subscribe and unsubscribe and new discussion. We'll talk about those a little later. The most important section of a talkboard is the list of messages. Generally, they're organized by most recent first, with the exception of the messages that have red pins next to them. Pinned items are placed at the top of a talkboard by a project moderator. When you first get started in a site, it's important that you read the first few pinned threads to learn the rules for the board and other things that will help you become a valuable contributor. Under these priority pinned items, you'll see pins with photos. These discussions are pinned by a site's moderators, usually because there's a match pending for a pair of chimps and your attention is required in the discussion. There may be only a few pinned items, or several pages of them, depending on how much activity is going on in the site. The best way to get started in a site's community is to read through these pinned discussions. Now let's talk about how to start a new discussion or join an ongoing one. New discussions are initiated from a site's main talkboard. Click the New Discussion button on the left side of the board. An area above the pinned items will open up to provide space for you to add a comment to start the discussion. Enter a title for your discussion. Then, in the text box below, type a message to introduce this new discussion. Then click the green Create Discussion button. The new discussion will be posted immediately under the pinned discussions. Let's go back to the main talkboard and choose one of the existing discussions. If you want to add a comment in an existing discussion, scroll to the very last comment in the discussion and you'll see a blank comment awaiting your input. If you want to respond to a specific person's comment, click the Reply button below their comment. When you start typing your comment, there are buttons above the text box that allow you to format the text and add things to your comment. Let's take a look at this toolbar. You can add numbered lists and bulleted lists. You may want to strike through some text, separate it with a horizontal line, or make it really big. You can indent the text into a block quote, italicize it, and make it bold. You may not see these effects added to the text that you've typed, though. If you want to see how your comment will actually look when it's submitted, click the I button on the top right. Let's unclick the I button. The next three buttons allow you to insert media into your comment, such as videos and photos, and to link to other discussions. These buttons are explained in a separate video. You can find a link to the other videos in the video resource list. There are a couple more things that you can do in your comment that are both helpful and fun. If you want to add a link to one of the subject videos that you're using to match a chimp, here's an easy shortcut. In your comment, type the caret symbol, followed by a capital S, and the subject number of the video, like this. This adds the word subject to the number and creates a hyperlink out of it. And here's a final tip that can help make your comments fun for others to read. You can use emojis. Just click the question mark at the top right corner of the new message box. It will open a pop-up guide to commenting in Talk. Scroll down to the last box where you'll find a link to a complete emoji list. Click the link and a new tab will open to display the emoji cheat sheet. Choose the one that you want and just copy and paste it into your comment. For example, let's click the smiley face. You'll see that it's been copied to your clipboard. Go back to the tab containing your comment and press Ctrl+V to paste the emoji code. And when you preview it, there's your smiley face. Here's one last tip before we move on. Because you want to become involved in a site's community of volunteers, you need to make sure that you don't miss out on any discussions that occur. It can be really frustrating to come into the middle of an ongoing discussion. To stay current with any new discussions on a site's board, click the subscribe button on the left side of the board. Now, anytime someone posts a new message to the board, you'll receive an email alert. But you also may want to make sure you are included in existing discussions. It may take a bit of extra work, but you can open a few of the recent messages on a talkboard and use the subscribe button to receive any new comments made to the discussion. You can adjust your Talk email preferences to define when and how often you receive email notifications. Click your username in the upper right corner of the Chimpanzee window and select Settings. In the Settings window, click Email. The Talk email preferences are in the middle of the window. Then scroll down and select the Chimpanzee project. If you want to see a real-time list of all comments made to the discussions you're subscribed to, click the Notifications button and then select Chimpanzee. So now that you've learned how to use the Chimpanzee talk boards and participate in discussions about the chimpanzees in a site, we invite you to join in. Choose a site and give us a wave.